Hi group, it's Mrs. Schaus here. We're ready to take a look at some more types of gross pay. In particular, we're going to talk about pay by salary or by commission. First of all, a salary is typically when a wage is paid to an employee annually. And then it gets divided into equal pays based on how often or how frequently that your employer agrees to pay you. I want you to consider the table below that takes the frequency in which you're paid and tells you how many times per year that you would be paid. So if a person gets paid weekly, there are 52 weeks in the year, that means they would get paid 52 times. Biweekly means every other week, so that would result in 26 pays. Monthly, 12, and semi-monthly, which means 2 times per month, that would be 24 times per year. So we use that information to divide up the person's yearly pay. Let's take a look at a few examples. Adam Jackson makes a salary of $85,460 annually. We want to find his semi-monthly pay. That means that we're going to take his yearly pay, and if you wanted to reference the chart, if you still need to do that at this point, you could look up semi-monthly means 24 times per year. So we're going to grab our calculator, 85,460 divided by 24, and round your answer to the nearest cent. So $3,560.83 per pay. That would be the gross amount of Adam's paycheck. Next problem. Fran makes an annual salary of $93,400. We want to find the amount of her biweekly gross pay. So again, it's just taking the $93,400 and dividing by, in this case, for biweekly, that's 26 times per year. So $93,400, divide that by 26, and I get $3,592.31. Okay, remember that might seem like a pretty large pay, but remember she does make a decent annual income here, and this is prior to any of her deductions coming out, so taxes or other things that she may have to contribute to that will be taken out of or withheld from her paycheck. Excuse me. Okay, number 3. David makes a monthly salary of $14,750. How much will he receive in gross pay for his weekly pay? Oh, so his salary is not given in a yearly figure, but rather a monthly figure. Some of you might say, well, if I want to go from monthly to weekly, I would divide by 4. But be careful, there are not exactly 4 weeks in each month, aside from the month of February, right? So what we need to do is to take his monthly earnings, multiply by 12 so that we can get to a yearly figure. 14,750 times 12 gives me, that's a pretty big wage, $177,000 yearly. And now if I want to go to his weekly pay, I can take that and divide by 52 to get the result. That gives me $3,403.85 weekly. All right, and finally the last one here, Molly makes a yearly wage of $46,000, and we want to find her monthly gross pay. And so again, if we're taking the annual figure and changing that to a monthly amount, we're going to divide by 12. 46,000 divided by 12 gives me $3,833.33. Okay. So we have got a little bit of practice in dealing with when folks are receiving a salary of some sort, typically annually, but not in all cases, right? Now we want to turn our attention to when folks are paid by a commission, or sometimes they're paid in part by commission. So commissions are funds that are paid to employees for work that they complete. Typically or often it is a percentage of sales. although you see in one of our problems it doesn't always have to be a percentage. Commissions can be paid in addition to a salary, or they can be paid solely as the person's wage. If a person makes a commission in addition to their typical wage, their salary, then that would often be to encourage productivity. You're maybe willing to demonstrate more or sell more or produce more, that kind of thing, if you are going to be receiving some additional pay. So let's take a look at a few of these examples. Tasha earned 6.5% commission on all sales from her job as an appliance salesperson. Last week, she sold $22,800 worth of appliances. We want to find her gross pay for the week. And all it mentions here is that she's paid a commission for her sales. So we're going to take the total of her sales and multiply by the percent that she's receiving the commission. It's 6.5%, but remember that percent means that we want to change to decimal form by moving 2 places to the left. So we're multiplying by 0.065. 22,800 times 0.065 gives me a total of $1,482. In the next one, Dwayne makes a base salary of $740 per week. Additionally, he makes 1.25% commission on all sales. If he sold $9,450 of merchandise, how much would he receive in gross weekly pay? All right, well, what we know is that he is receiving this $740 plus he's receiving some amount in commission. So I'll write down that this is for his salary and this is for his commission. But we have to find that commission first. So we're going to take his total sales and multiply by his commission rate expressed as a decimal, 0.0125. And let's see what that gives us. $118.13 when I round to the nearest whole cent. So I'll bring that back over here, $118.13. And if I add these two together, $858.13 total gross pay. All right, in the next one, Adam earned pay based on 4.9% commission on all sales. He was guaranteed a minimum weekly pay of $900. If his sales for the week were $22,600, then what would be his weekly pay? Now here notice that it says he's guaranteed a minimum weekly pay of $900. It does not say he gets the $900 plus the commission additionally. So what that means is if we calculate his commission and it's $900 or more, that's what he would receive as a pay. But if it's less than $900, his employer is going to go ahead and give him $900 in total. So let's figure out the amount of commission, 22,600 times 0.049. That's $1,107.40. And then I'm going to write down, because $1,107.40 is greater than $900, he would receive $1,107.40. And lastly here, let's take a look at one more. We've got Anne, who makes a weekly salary of $425. Additionally, she is paid $50 for each retirement presentation that she completes. Last week, she completed 8 presentations. What is her weekly pay? Now, I intentionally put this problem in because I wanted you folks to see that commission is not always a percentage of sales, although that's how it's most commonly probably received. So in this case, she's going to receive a flat amount for each presentation that she makes. And if I multiply there, I get 400. So she's going to make $400 in what we're going to call commissions. And then additionally, she makes the $425 as her typical wage. So $825 is going to be her total gross pay for the week. Okay. Whoops, let me move that down so you can see my final answer. There we go. Now, in addition to these types of problems, some folks are actually paid a commission on what we call a graduated basis, which means that they make a certain percentage, maybe for some level of sales, and then if they go beyond a certain amount, that percentage that they would earn would increase. And again, that's something that employers do as a way to try to encourage their employees to sell more. So it's an incentive for productivity, okay? We are not going to do calculations on the graduated commission since we have to kind of pare down some of our curriculum because of the situation that COVID has us in. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that to you to investigate if you're interested in it. But otherwise, you guys are going to practice some exercises on these two forms of pay. I'll talk to you folks soon. Make it a great day.